When you guys think of San Diego Comic-Con, you think of Hall H, and this morning, Hall H was rocking with the cast of The Predator. First panel out of the gate in Hall H, Fox, the entire cast for Shane Black's movie that's coming in September, and we have joining us right now Jake Busey, who was at the panel and is part of the cast. Was that your first Hall H experience?
Yeah, that was my first Hall H.
Okay, and how was it?
I've heard everybody saying, "Oh, you're gonna be in Hall H." Yeah, that's the day you'll be there. You'll be in Hall H. I'll see you down there that day. You know, and I didn't know until I got there.
Right.
This is Hall H. H for Hall.
Right.
But it's big.
And huge. H for huge.
H for huge.
Yes.
I think everybody at Comic-Con was in that room, and it was fun. I mean, it's quite a spectacle. I live a fairly humble life, and to show up and sit on a panel with those people who are so talented, and to have been a part of that movie with them and have this whole experience, it's just it's overwhelming, but fun. You know, I was a little intimidated to interject when you got Keegan-Michael Key and Sterling K. Brown like going back and forth. I was just enjoying myself listening.
You're an audience member,
you know, yeah.
at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
We have seen a lot of footage from this movie, some trailers and some clips, and then a lot of footage that they showed in Hall H. I haven't seen a lot of your character yet. You're a bit mysterious. What can you tell us about the character that you play in The Predator?
Well, not much, and this is the thing. I would like to, but I don't want to.
No one's watching. It's okay.
No
You can tell me.
Right.
Yeah, just
that
us.
happened
Just
once.
us.
I was doing an interview that was a friend of a friend set this thing up for me. He said, "Oh yeah, this girl does a little show called Red Booth, and it's just like a cable access. She's got a viewership of like 30,000 people." And so I was trying to promote a TV show I was doing and a couple other things. And we had done Predator, but it wasn't due out for a year or so. So I'm answering all these questions, and we're having this great conversation. And then she says, "Well, tell me about your character in The Predator." And now my guard is down, and I'm just here with this girl in this place in Burbank in some building, and I'm not realizing that the world is going to see it on any level, you know? I was just like, oh, cable access. No one's going to see this.
Like
Channel
World.
58.
Right.
Exactly. So I was like, well, I play my character is the son of my father's character from Predator 2, and that was really rewarding and really cool to have a full circle thing. And my God, by the day after tomorrow type of thing, it was worldwide syndicated press with AP, and like I was like, holy cow, every outlet was like, Jake Busey unveils his secret to his character and Predator's plot lines, and I'm like, shit, I don't want 20th Century Fox to sue me.
You never want your name in that headline.
Oh my God. So the only time I've ever been part of something that went viral was like, I was just freaking my pants.
When did Shane call?
He never did. I called a friend of his, and I said, has Shane said anything about me? Is he upset
You're like, I'm
with
still
me?
in it, right? I'm still in the movie.
Yeah. So then I spoke to him, and he said, "Oh no, that's totally fine. That's not spoiling anything."
Good.
It's like, woo!
Well,
so yeah.
We all know Shane Black from his dialogue and his scripts, and it's part of the reason that brings us to his films. But he's really starting to grow as an action director, and he has bigger set pieces in films like The Nice Guys, and now obviously in this. So just tell me a bit about what you saw of him as an action director, as maybe like another side of him.
Oh, he's extremely talented, and I'm very impressed with him. He's a very intelligent man. He's very well read. I think he's read every book ever written, and so to work with him as an action director, he knows what he wants. He knows what needs to be filmed, and also what the directive of the whole project is overall. And so everything moved very efficiently. There was never a time where there was a doubt or, geez, what should we do here, or what would this be? It was just, how can we make this move along quicker, more efficiently, funnier, and just kind of massaging it to where, and then being that I primarily work with Sterling, it was him riffing a lot on and improvising and working with Shane, and so the process was very smooth, and he's a very intellectual person, so everything is methodical and really thought out. So I think this movie, this is not your father's Predator.
Right.
Wait, but me saying that,
That's very strange coming from you.
but it's true. It's actually very relevant. It's not my father's Predator. This is going to be totally different.
Right.
This is...
We saw the ultimate Predator in some of the footage that they showed in Hall H. They're leaning into this idea of there's a Predator who gets his ass beat by a much bigger Predator. So
Yeah, and the tone of the movie is not the same. The tone of the movie is a funny action comedy. If you liked Lethal Weapon, if you like Nice Guys, if you like The Last Boy Scout, if you like Iron Man 3, like those films where you've got humor and you see the character's vulnerability, you see the insides of what makes them tick. We got Thomas Jane who has Tourette's.
Right.
The characters are flawed. They're extremely flawed, but by seeing that, they're far more relatable.
Okay.
And by being more relatable, they then become far more humorous. So then you're laughing while they're... It's kind of... I always refer to the moment in Pulp Fiction where...
Marvin's head? Was it
He,
Marvin's
he
head?
accidentally shoots Marvin.
I
He just
knew you were
shot
gonna say
Marvin
that.
in the face.
Yeah.
That's a pretty heavy thing to shoot a guy in the face.
Sure,
But
right.
yet, all of us in the theater were laughing our asses off, right?
Right,
So
right.
this movie has that kind of vibe. So when you go see this movie, don't expect it to just be, hammer on anvil. It's not just, blunt objects hitting blunt objects.
Okay. Can you remember a line of yours?
It's funny.
That really stands out?
No. My stuff is all covert. You have to wait to see the film.
Oh, man.
Unfortunately, yeah.
I feel some
yeah.
stuff out of you. Let's talk about your T-shirt. This
My
T-shirt
t-shirt-
seems
oh.
pretty special.
Oh, it is. It is. This is our season 3 shirt for Stranger Things.
Okay.
This is one of the primary locations of this is an ice cream shop.
Scoops Ahoy.
Scoops Ahoy.
Okay.
Um,
It was featured in a promo recently.
Exactly.
For the construction of the mall.
at the Harcourt Mall.
Yeah, okay.
So.
Are you the manager?
See, I'm not a manager. I don't work there. This is just they made this shirt for the cast and crew.
Okay.
So we're halfway through season 3, and they gave us all these shirts, which is cool.
And how did you get involved in that project?
I auditioned for it.
Did you really?
And then I found out that the Duffer Brothers grew up watching The Frighteners, movie that I did that Peter Jackson
Yeah.
directed. And they loved that. And they wanted to find a way to work with me. So they came up with this character, and then I went and I didn't know any of that. I just thought I was going in on an audition.
Right.
So I read for it, and then I got the role, and it wasn't until we were at the cast read through and the dinner, and we were standing there talking, and they're like, "Yeah, we wanted to figure out a way to work with you." And the audition was a formality just so we could prove to Netflix that you can act. And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Look what I've done. Look at this whole reel that I have.
Yeah, it was just 120 movies. It's not really that much. And I've got an audition next week, so it never ends. But it was a fantastic thing to know, to be hired on the show. So now I'm just kind of living in this exciting world of making Stranger Things and Predators coming out,
Right.
and Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is firing back up this fall. So yeah, it's a good year for Jake. I'm happy.
I'm very happy for you also. I want to end on this last question too, because obviously the connection to your father being part of the Predator franchise, and just was there, I'm sure you've been pitched on other things that probably have some connection to things that he's done. Was there any sort of hesitancy to take this on because it's an iconic role that your dad had?
Yeah, my whole career, I basically fought for independence and sort of my own internal fight, I guess, which was to distance myself from my dad in a way of how do you create a barrier yet with love and still being related to and family, but hey, I'm not him. Don't expect me to be him. So I had to be very, very conscientious of taking roles that were similar to stuff he did before. And yeah, people had asked me like, "Hey, can you sing and play guitar? Would you do a Buddy Holly thing?" And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" No. And but enough time had passed, and I looked at it, and I've done over 100 movies, and I've got enough of a career where I could say, yeah, all right, I'm standing on my own 2 feet. I'm a grown up, and so to have at that point have Shane call me and say, "Would you like to do this?" It's great because I stayed away from doing anything related to my dad for 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
So then to do this, we went all the way. Just like, yeah, I'll play his character's son, and same last name of the character, obviously, and doing the same type of thing in the film. And so it's great because Dad's sort of in the golden years of his career, and he's kind of more in the retired sort of thing. He's winding down. So to do this and to pay homage to Dad and to carry on the legacy of that character, it's just fantastic.
Did he come to set at all?
No, we were. My dad doesn't have a valid passport.
Oh, really? Okay.
So for some reason TSA has an issue with him. I don't know, but no, he couldn't come visit, unfortunately. But nonetheless, it was a great experience,
Okay.
and to be able to tie that together was a really nice sort of bringing it home thing.
He will see how you guys brought it home when the film is in theaters in September. So
Yeah.
can't thank you enough for stopping by after a big, splashy, explosive Hall H panel.
Yeah.
Jake Busey here for The Predator. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.